Good morning, everyone. 21st of October. The markets seem to be reversing. Very interesting situation in the meme coin market currently as well. Andrew will provide his overview on the Bitcoin situation and several alts. I will be focusing on the meme coin situation today.
Hi there. We see a huge reaction, a huge bounce from our support zone, and it's actually the second uh, scenario of stand. And I really like how is it going right now. We have a huge green candle here with imbalance, and we formed a wick from this support area. We also touched our imbalance here, which I mentioned yesterday, and I like what we see currently. Yeah, and it really looks like a reversal, and we should move higher. We should move to all-time high from current levels, I think. Let's check, for example, Aptus. We see a reaction, but it looks strange that we didn't break through these levels, and it doesn't look such beautiful as on Bitcoin. So here we should be careful because yeah, I think it's better to grab the liquidity from these levels and touch this zone. But Bitcoin looks very good right now. And if we check 1 day time frame, here we have our new support zone, and it's our week here. It's very huge week, and usually it's retested. So we might expect that we will show little correction to this area, to this week, and we should continue to pump. The first target right now is this imbalance. It's $68,000, and it's our main target right now for local movement. And here we should see green candles too with imbalances, and we should swallow this imbalance too to be able to say about new targets and all-time high too. And from this area we also may see a correction to this week, and it will be good too. So yeah, I think it's a reversal and we should move higher. We shouldn't break through this level anymore, and it's our bottom right now. It's 65.3. And let's check domination. Here we saw a bounce, but we saw this picture previously here too, and it also looked like a bounce. And here I thought that we should move down, and our season really started, and it didn't play out because we printed new all-time high. And here we have the same picture. We had a drop, and currently it looks like a bounce. And I also think that we should move down, and I don't expect the same picture like this. So I still think that this was our high, and here we see the continuation of falling down, and yeah, it looks like a new bear structure here. So ours should start to pump too, and let's check Sui because it showed a beautiful correction exactly to our targets, and here we tested our support zone, and we also formed here some kind of reversal pattern on local time frame, and it really looks very good. So Sui is very technical right now. We got our correction, and from this area it should start a new wave of growth too. So this is our stop loss level here. If we break through it, I think we will go much down and might break through this level and through this level. But currently everything looks very nice, and I think we will continue the pump on Bitcoin and altcoins too. Yeah, this is it.
Guys, I will start with my overview. I shared some things in the Discord chat currently as well. So we're in the midst of this AI meta around AI agents. To me, it feels like it's coming to an end. I feel like main movers have topped. I do not see any more liquidity coming. And also, like, it's also about the energy. Like, this day I just woke up and I stopped giving a shit about AI. And I feel like other people, they will do it quite soon as well. So we have some random things pumping here and there. I won't even suggest any tokens currently because yeah, like they're just kind of like overbought, overpriced, like, or they at the bottoms, and like there is like really like it's kind of like gambling in, like it's a really low chance that they will essentially show something. I'm just holding them because I bought, and maybe like I'm in profits since I'm bought, but yeah, I would say the best ROI is to focus on upcoming metas. Here we have Mark Chabinsky. Chabinsky. People actually say that the last name is coming from Russia, but yeah, it's either from Belarus or from Poland. Chabinsky. It also might be the Jewish last name. Like he might be Jewish, I think. But some people are saying that this is the new Bodin. Definitely has not the same virality as Bodin at this stage, right? But there are some people who are early in Bodin who are saying that this is it. It has a fucked up correlation between liquidity and market cap. I bought some myself at these levels, despite the fact that I was looking at it like at 5 million. So maybe I will eventually get dumped on, and maybe like we are forming fucking head or shoulders here currently. The narrative behind this thing is that Mark Cuban supported Kamala Harris, and like he's trying to be like against Trump or against Musk at this stage, so they're making fun of him. And I do have a feeling that if this info channel would essentially continue to be present in the market, not in the market, but mostly in the media, right? This thing will be more and more relevant. This is just about Twitter community at this stage, right? It just might be a shitty that will just go to zero and I will lose money. But we'll see. Just that one of the good traders I know is bullish on this thing, and I just tend to follow him blindly as yeah he's I think he's one of the best, to be honest. So other thing that happened is that this AI meta, it actually sucked out liquidity from other memes out there. And the interesting thing is that it really gives you the entry point, to be honest, right? Like yesterday, for example, on Kobe, we had entry point around $6.85 million. And I've seen one of the top holders who was buying the last time somewhere here, that he bought here again, and he only just did it yesterday. So which means that he is either supporting the chart or he believes it's a nice entry point, and this was the guy with essentially a bunch of money. Try to find him currently. Why I'm sharing Kobe is because Conor and Shane is very bullish on this one, and it has a nice chart currently. Yeah, so this guy, you can see he was buying before, he was buying here, and yesterday he bought $9,000 at this level. So he almost caught the bottom. I've seen this buy live. I've seen how this buy pushed the chart. Conor Chain is very bullish on this one, and I learned the hard way that you should not fade Conor Chain in his long term conviction plays. Like sometimes he's wrong 100%, right? As everyone, but yeah, this just feels nice. Selfie is actually coiling up for the pump, $44 million already. As mentioned, I out traded my supply out of this thing. Like it's probably going to billions, and it will be such a fucking fate for me. Like it's crazy. I would probably be copying like crazy. If I would held my initial supply at this stage, yeah, I would have 280K, and probably with time it will just increase. So yeah, this market teaches you the hard way, 100%. Well, lessons that we all have to go through, right? So beautiful chart We went, yeah, like we were at the cup and handle. This is just, I do think that people are buying because they're seeing that this thing is, yeah, ready to break out. Murad also added this as his dog number two after WIF, and WIF is like where like 1.6 billion or something. So yeah, this thing should be doing very, very well quite soon. It's like a longer term play. If you just want to have exposure to Solana and you don't have anything, buy and sell at this stage, despite the fact like I was calling it for all this time, even before the pump, I called it here as well. If you held, you should be in a very, very good profits currently. I was calling it in the Discord at these levels too when it was initially pumping. But yeah, I think it will continue, and this is like your long-term Solana bet for the cycle. I do honestly think that if you don't even want to play in the metas, just buying selfie and holding just may do the beautiful thing for you. Just do nothing except because it's very viral. The ticker is very nice as well, and we are due to break out. I do think it's going to have retarded like breakout to 150 million dollars. Then probably consolidate. Maybe it will have like crazy ass with like run as well, right? Because it's a dog in the first place. The only issue is that it's a real CTO, like there is DGN Cabell, who is like a whale in Popcat. He has like I think around $10 million in Popcat currently. He's a whale in a bunch of tokens. He has more than eight figures in meme coins on Solana at this stage. So he's definitely attracting his network into this thing. And also we had a huge consolidation. So people like me and others, they probably out of supply currently at this stage, right? And Kyle Chassis is also bullish on this thing. So, and Kyle Chassis was bullish on WIF quite early as well. Like he bought into WIF quite early. He got the bulk of the move on WIF as well. So very, very similar stories essentially unfolding. And a couple of days ago, I just thought to swap in all of my Solana portfolio back to Selfie and just forget about it. But probably because of the fact that like I'm present in the market on a daily basis, it's not the best strategy. However, I still think that yeah, like the best strategy out there is just holding, like buying and holding. This is a strategy that should be outdoing everything else on the long enough time frame. And yeah, like this thing is due to break out. So some of us might be scared to buy at the top of the range, right? We're definitely at the top of the range currently. Maybe we'll go back down, but yeah, markets seem to be reversing. Solana seem to be doing very, very crazy things. And we're printing exactly the same chart. From my point of view, we should be breaking out, and we also printed the handle already. So people that wanted to take profits around previous all-time high and lower, they did this already. Crazy thing, crazy mistakes, crazy things are happening on this marketplace. Bottomed out currently. This is also the effect of your AI coins. Also, things should be picking up. I do think that maybe I would just go in size into this one because it has much more upside currently, and maybe I will be able to come back like with my selfie port or just has a very, very, very nice upside. Currently it was consolidating. We are definitely at the bottom at this stage. It has been consolidating since like what, end of August, right? So it's like two months already, which is very, very nice. And yeah, this is kind of your selfie as it was before, right? It definitely has like lower quality of holders and things like that. However, Conor and Chin is also very, very bullish on this one. I might be just repositioning into this one. We'll see. Speaking about other things, yeah, 1.7 is damn crazy. Good point. So by the chart and by the chart of self, you can understand, and by the fact that Popcat is essentially reaching the all-time highs today. I think I've seen, yeah, $1.6 billion, which is fucking crazy if you think about that. I think Popcat will attract liquidity back into animals, right? And that's why we see the chart of selfie coiling up, and several things, several peaks that Murad was mentioning as cat coins is Michi, for example. Michi should be breaking out 100% currently. So you might take like 2 to 3x movement, very, very, very solid 2 to 3x movement with size as well if you want essentially to do that. Mini is other thing. Mini is kind of like selfie, right? But it feels like, yeah, it had the run. So selfie should be somewhere here currently in comparison, right? Yeah, so fuck, like I really feel like selfie, and despite this fact, like I fucking sold. Yeah, like over trading is a bitch on this market. We like it's like largest mistake. So much fucking money lost. It's crazy. Selfie on other things. Even currently, for some reason, I'm doing over trading. Like I had 0.8% of this thing, which is at $17 million, $15 million currently that I sold. Crazy. 0.8 is $130,000. So I would be able to like return half of my selfie supply. But well, it's great that we're exposed to these type of opportunities, right? It's great that these things at least happen in this market, and there should be always like, yeah, like my larger bet is essentially on election out there. The only kind of election meta, the only kind of conclusion I'm coming back to is that maybe some of the older election tokens, they won't run as they should, right? Something like Trump. So I was thinking about this yesterday. If we are in the PvP scenario, and if BTC is not breaking all-time highs this month, and we're still in the PvP scenario, Trump might not push much because current market players who are engaging in PvP, it's not very interesting for them to buy into Trump currently. They very well know who are the people that holding this thing, and most people that wanted to buy, they either bought here or they essentially holding these bags from the fucking beginnings, right? So they're just holding through all this chart. Kind of looks like Bobo chart, right? Very similar, but Bobo is here. I would not be expecting this type of drop on Bobo. I think it was like a bit artificial on Trump, and I think it should be fixing itself. Andrew, by the way, do you think that we're seeing new BTC all-time high this month?
If current movements is continuing right now, yeah, I think it's possible, and we should see a huge green candles on these weeks and on the weekends too. If we
Right.
see that we are growing at weekends, yeah, I think it might happen.
Makes sense, yeah. Yeah, so I would say Self is one of your greatest like Solana leverage plays out there currently at this stage. And I've been quite vocal about it several times. And Wiz Murat recently mentioned it at as doc number two. He was mentioned before, but yeah, like and the community of selfie whales, like they became quite crazy recently because like they're not only real whales on the marketplace, they know how to fucking trade. So DGN, for example, he was sharing that I would allocate Hurricane to AI meta in case to make it a million. It was like maybe like a week or 2 weeks ago because he was a bit late, and yesterday he was sharing that my AI port is already at 9 Hurricane, which is fucking crazy if you think about that. And some of the top selfie whales, they also cut Nero CTO. DGN was showing that he got 1% of Nero CTO before the pump, which is also fucking crazy. So like they know how to play on this marketplace, how to take money from people, right? And interesting is that DGN is mostly making money through holding. He's definitely using his following, right? So he has a list of memes, for example, and this one was the one that was not moving nicely. So he started to push it. He pushed it to $2.2 million, as you can see here, and currently it's back down, right? So, but he definitely used his audience to push it to $2.2 million out there. A very interesting thing. So coming back to what to our usual players, Ethereum is actually getting shitted on currently, like heavily on the marketplace, because I think during the recent dip, Ethereum went down heavily and Solana went down only like 1% or something. Wow, yeah, like this chart of Ethereum looks kind of similar to the to the chart of Trump, right? To the chart of Boba, except this downward sweep. Yeah, this is like a very interesting one. So this is Ethereum. This is essentially BTC also had this week, right? And this is Sol. So did not have it had only like 1% movement, and that's why it's surging up currently, because people essentially assume that this has a better structure. Uh, will it work like this? Yeah, this is actually Ethereum heavily underperforming Solana till this day in this cycle. And we are actually printing new all-time lows. Andrew, do you think this chart will actually continue, or should we fucking reverse from here?
Currently, we should form some kind of reverse. Right now, we don't have it, so it's hard to say. But the global chart is looking very nice. It looks like we will print this reversal soon, but we should wait until we confirm it.
Interesting. Yeah, I also do have a feeling that Ethereum should fucking finally start to outperform. And as mentioned in one of my vids, on each and every Ethereum, Sol Ethereum pair top, people were screaming that Ethereum sucks, Solana is the one, and things like that. But yeah, you should be careful. And I would suggest to get into Sol leverage better place, such as Selfie, for example, which is like just more something that probably is going to pump like right now, like like right now, 100%. And I think, well, if it will go on a wave like run, it can be just crazy. Like the emotions I would be feeling. If it goes like to 400 million, 500 million, 600 million, this would be just fucking crazy. And this thing, like we Solana people, kind of can, because what you have to also understand is that most of the upside and most of Murat memes is already exhausted, and people are starting to look into tier two memes, and they will be like that. There is a cohort of Murat followers that just follow what he says and nothing else, because they only were able to make money with him, right, in meme coins. And if he will direct liquidity here, like this is 100% something that will be happening. Look, meme coin, yeah, like crazy also had 1% of this thing at the bottom, sold. It went up to do like 10x, 12x. Yeah, I was calling this in the community as well, but personally, I'm fucking sold. Mm, let's come back to our Andy chart. Interesting things happened that someone was dumping like crazy to $5 million recently, but a very bullish factor that this dip got bought up. It's a very bullish thing, and we essentially went even higher than currently. So we went to like 8.8. Probably was a reaction to essentially us buying out the dip. So this is usual after the asset is trying to break out after a certain time frame, right? And finally, it's kind of touched to the levels that I was sharing, that we were sharing with Andrew. It just did not touch it like for a longer amount of time. It touched it briefly, and people made sure to get in. And by the way, DGN also follows the page of Andy on Blast, which is a very interesting thing. Like I was very like, I don't know other words in English to use. Interested, excited, like not excited, but something in between of interested and excited, right? Amazed, amused, but I think this is just too strong of an emotion to describe here. I definitely like was not feeling amused. Um, Shocked, not shocked. I don't know. So yeah, we showed that like it will be here. Currently, you might say that we are in this kind of a bit of the downtrend with these things, kind of forming this pattern to coil up and break out. We should be like at the edge of the breakout. So we'll see what will be happening in this one. With market surging up, I would expect from this thing to surge up as well. Yeah, and on Ethereum, interesting to see what type of chart patterns is printing currently. Yeah, it's exactly the same as Ethereum. Well, I do also think Ethereum will essentially fuck at certain point of time. Bob, I do believe, is printing the similar chart to Indian ETH. If you check out pump of Bobo based on the fact that they are breached on Solana currently already evaporated, right? So, but still, like Bobo charts in comparison to Andean Ethereum charts, yeah. So we were here and we got back into almost the middle of the range, you might say. So we did not break it through, right? So Bobo did not outperform heavily Andean Ethereum. So interesting situation out here. What else? What else do we have to check? Meme coin wise, Hana is surging 64 fucking percent. Yeah, it was at the bottom. Let's check out ST. It's crazy, like this Cabal. Yeah, I think partial issue with ST is that people who supported ST they fucking switched to something else. Honestly, I was not expecting something from them. Like it's fucking crazy how these influencers operate in this space. They just shill one thing and they just start to shill another, and they just forget despite all the things that they were saying, like wow, like I'm here, I'm working, and like 2 weeks after, like he doesn't give a shit. It's crazy, right? Maybe it's on purpose because like it definitely needed the consolidation. And yeah, anytime you're feeling euphoria at this stage, right, you should assess the situation. You should assess how many access people from the bottom got to 1x. Who are the people that are supporting this thing? Is this becoming viral? And should you actually sell? Because here, despite the fact I was buying at $2.5 million with size, I actually managed to be in negative profits overall because I didn't sell like enough at the tops. A very nice entry point if you think about that currently, right? It's it's like 2x or higher than the previous bottom, right? Hana is surging up, so maybe this thing will follow. Again, the narrative is that this is the talk behind Shiba Inu, but for some people it's not being picked up heavily. Wow, we have got on Ethereum. Yeah, it's like classic play of Ethereum Cabal to cabal the Solana token on Ethereum. Might be quite interesting, like if they want be ragging, might be because with all these things with like Muden, they created Muden on Ethereum, right? And well, yeah, it's kind of interesting to see it. Like I think I will throw in some money. It's nice co-play, and it's like near a situation as well. If they would be able to push it, it would be interesting. But yes, it's very fucking risky, 100%. And no one is following the Twitter page, which is crazy. So either people don't know about this yet, probably they just don't know, right? First LP Burns here announced, and CTO. Yeah, it's a CTO, but it may be like a Cabal CTO. Like so, they launch it, they push it here, then they just dump the whole thing. They made people to capitulate through time. Here they announce that this is the CTO, despite the fact these are all the same fucking people. And yeah, it's interesting. I think it's worth a gamble. Like, but it's so fucking risky as well. Like you want to understand where to enter. It does not have a chart. You're buying the top as well, but they are launching this type of plays on purpose to play in the former of people out there. Same thing as SPX 2.0. Not sure if you were present in the market back in the summer of 2023, but it was the meta of 2.0 tokens. Like it was Pepe 2.0, like each and every token that was pumping, they were creating 2.0 token. And Pepe 2.0 did quite well, kind of started this meta of 2.0 tokens. Trump minus 2%. Marvin, I think, was shared. No, this one is, yeah, I thought it's Marvin the frog. This one is not one. Hopi, interesting that Hopi just, yeah, it's consolidated around $100 million. Seems like it should have another leg up just from the fact that it's not high from the previous low. So Sui memes are not doing very well currently. It's crazy how harsh that they got dumped, despite the fact that Sui essentially reversed. I would say it just was the first wave, right? So it actually might make sense to enter into them currently. They're in the fucking bottom. I got decimated on Splore, so on Splore just fucking destroyed. I don't think I was taking any profits. Yeah, like all these guys who are trading these memes, they're taking the initials out after a 10 after a 2x. So if it's like a low conviction gamble, I think we all should be doing that. Just taking profits after a 2x. Plop is kind of consolidating with the break of structure, but it's consolidating higher than before, right? So yeah, like it might be the entry point for a range of soy memes. Just following the chart, it seems like that they need a bit more time to consolidate, like Plop and Soish as well. Yeah, like the issue with them is that they didn't go like very far, like $5 million tops. And the issue is not in like Solana Fox comment. The issue is that holders of this thing who are Sui natives, they were selling because they're poor. The reason they're poor is because Sui did not do 100x, so it did not make the holders rich. Like it did like 4 or 5x, right? So they were only be able to make money in memes by being early and buying the exact bottoms, but even with that, like they still didn't have much. So like the chain that would be able to make the holders of underlying token rich, it will have a crazy fucking meme coin season. And this is like the, I would say this is the necessity, right? So this is the necessity, but at the end of the market we'll probably have a bunch of situations like this one. HSUI 3.3 million back to the entry points. Yeah, it kind of feels like it was the first wave. And H3 it's kind of like holding the floor nicer, but you can also kind of see that they should probably have a bit more consolidation just based on the charts at this stage. So you should get 900k market cap. Yeah, the same thing. So I would expect a bit more consolidation. Obviously, like if the market will surge up, and this is a very nice fucking entry point. So if you would want to essentially do that, block 26% on the day, yeah, but it got decimated heavily. So maybe just one correction, like it will go down from there. Probably it will just consolidate in this range for a while. Chart looks similar to Andy on Ethereum when it was going down and trying to find the bottom as well. So yeah, this is the way. So anything interesting, anything more? Yeah, I think this is it. I think Politify Meta should fuck. And I think that liquidity extracted with AI coins is coming back to cute meme coins out there. And as mentioned, if you have managed to get a nice position in something like this, you don't fucking need to trade. You just need to hold. It's the hardest thing out there. I out traded my position out of this thing. The thing with this type of plays is that profits from trading will often come here. And that's why these plays, they are infinite like on the marketplace. Like, do you really have a market cap for selfie? Can't it be like $10 billion? I can see it at $10 billion, to be honest with you, right? So being in a place that will be appreciating with time is like the best thing out there, right? Selfie, I would say, is one of them just because of the holders, the fact that the holders are fucking whales, and the ticker is crazy. Yeah, it's very similar to if you think about it. That it's also Shiba Inu, and for some reason, Shiba Inus are running on this market. Yeah, I would be coping like crazy. I thought I would be playing this cycle nice. I had a crazy head start initially, with me being right in the, well, I kind of was right with one thing in the bear market, only with Bobo, because most of my alts portfolio just got decimated. I had a very nice head start. I could have played it better, but yeah, uh, I'm doing default mistakes of second cycle person, which is crazy to me. Like out trading of this type of positions. Like if I would have a bit more experience, I would definitely not be doing that. But yeah, it's a hard lesson to learn. It will probably cost tens of millions of dollars. But hey, let's understand how fucking blessed we are that we can be experienced and we can be exposed to this type of opportunity. because if we were exposed, it means that there is a high chance that we will have a chance to be exposed to it moving further. And I don't think that the market is close to the end currently. So yeah, this is the overview for today, guys. Thank you very much. Tomorrow will be the last one before the weekend. Buy into coins that were on the dip because of the AI meta. This is the play currently. Politify, cute animals are coming back. Probably cats a bit with Popcat. And BTC dominance might do another last push up. And I'm expecting BTC Echo. Our play there is based angels following Connor and Chain here. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.